pick it up from Elita, Michelle, or Stacy later. It's at the registration desk. After the program went to print, we realized that we had not allocated enough time to the plenary session. We have taken a look at it since, and we hope you don't mind, but we'd like you to stay a little bit longer tomorrow afternoon. We actually only allocated something like 20 minutes, and we just cannot get through what we need to get through in 20 minutes. We promise we'll have you on your way and going home by 3, but if you wouldn't mind staying, that would be very wonderful. We have some door prizes that we are keeping for the end. Of course, we have the symposium that will be presented at the end. For more information on the symposium, please turn to page 8. It's also at the back of this room. And the people involved in symposium, the Evolution Presentation Technologies people, are going to be having short presentations throughout the conference in the other half of this ballroom. So you can see this wonderful door prize, and if you're eligible to receive it, it will be announced tomorrow afternoon. We're also keeping 2 major prizes for that time. We're keeping a mini computer that was donated by the U of S, and we're also keeping an iPod Touch from the U of R, donated by CTL and DLD. We want you to return to this room after the first set of concurrent sessions at 11:45. Lunch will be outside as breakfast was, and you'll be able to eat in this room. Our keynote will be coming up in a minute and be introduced by Mark Spooner, but I want to make you aware that there's a concurrent session that will involve a conversation with Rory McGreal. So if you have a lot of questions that you would like to ask him, you are very welcome to come to the conversation with him in this room right after his keynote. But there may be some time at the end of his talk. We're not quite sure if there will be, because we don't know how long he will talk. But if there is time at the end, there will be opportunity for general questions from the floor. And we ask, because we're recording this session, we'd like you to go to a microphone. And I know there's one right there. Are there 2 in the room or just 1? Can anyone tell me? Kyle, 1? 1. Okay, so please go to the microphone in the middle of the room if you have some questions to ask Rory. Now, I'd like to bring Mark Spooner up to the podium, and Mark is going to introduce our first keynote, Dr. Rory McGreal. Thanks, Mark.
Good morning. This is always my favorite time of the day. It's my great pleasure and honor to introduce our first keynote speaker of the conference, Dr. Rory McGreal. Rory McGreal is Professor and Associate VP Research at Athabasca University, Canada's Open University. Dr. McGreal graduated from McGill University with an honors in history and Russian. He has a Bachelor of Education from Dalhousie University in language teaching. His master's degree from Concordia University was in applied linguistics, and he took his PhD degree in computer technology in education at Nova University at a distance using the internet. He is also the recipient of the Wiedemeyer Award for Excellence as a Distance Education Practitioner. Previously, Rory was the Executive Director of Teleeducation New Brunswick, a province-wide bilingual French-English distributed distance learning network. Before that, he was responsible for the expansion of Contact North, Contact Nord, a distance education network in the remote region of Northern Ontario, serving remote native reserves and small mining towns. He has also worked in the Arctic of Quebec teaching Naskapi Cree students. Rory was the founder of the world's first e-learning website for Teleeducation New Brunswick and one of the world's first metadata learning object repositories. Without further ado, I welcome you to listen to Dr. Rory McGreal.
Well, let's see if the technology works. First time. Deadline for a Canada Research Chair. Oh dear. All right. Good morning, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be here in the lovely province of Saskatchewan. I left in a snowstorm, so I appreciate it even more to see the sun shining here. I'm going to talk generally about mobile learning and the implications for the future of learning, particularly in the post-secondary sector. And then I'm going to get into some specifics, perhaps a bit technical, about some of the implementations of mobile learning that we're doing at Athabasca University. A university just came out with a staff climate survey that showed it was very positive. But one of the things they were concerned about was 40% said they had confidence that the senior leadership knew where they were going. And a lot of people, well, most people, they took that as a negative, that people don't have confidence in their senior leadership where they're going. Well, I guess my view is